In this lesson, we'll learn about error handling. In order to understand about error handling, we must realize that there are inevitable ways in which there are going to be errors that occur within the data of your spreadsheet. There are three types of Vba errors that can occur. They are syntax, conditional, and runtime errors. Syntax errors are those that involve the spelling of your code. If you have spelled or referenced something incorrectly, a syntax error will occur. A conditional error involves conditions. Either your if statement is missing an end, if, or your for ends without a next. Conditional errors involve not putting together your code with conditional functions correctly. Runtime errors are errors that occur when your code is running. This is the difference between runtime errors and the first two errors. The first two errors will not let you run the code. It will have informed you prior to even running the code that you're encountering one of those two errors. This is why we use error handling for runtime errors, as these are when you can adapt your code to account for potential errors that you believe may occur. Having bad data is par for the course. You always have to deal with it. Error handling is the method which we deal with this. We create checks and standards that must use data and uphold it prior to running our actual code in order to proof it before we process it. If any of our conditions do not meet the standard that we're looking at to uphold, then we must end our process. In our example here, we're checking to see whether or not a file exists for our process to run. If our file does not exist, we pop up a message box to alert the user that the file is missing. Notice the exit sub after this message box. We don't want it to continue running the rest of the process once we have realized that the file is missing. Using exit sub will end your code and not run the rest of the lines after the exit sub.